Hello students, I welcome all of you in the VK Scholar Education Digital Learning class. In this video number 30, I shall discuss with you multiple choice question in the subject of financial management. Question paper is of June 2016, paper 2nd. So the first question is, which of the following is not a feature of payback period method? First option is, it is simply a method of capital or cost recovery and not of profitability. Second is, it does not consider the time value of money. Next is, it does not consider the risk associated with the projects. It is very difficult to calculate. So you know that payback period method is a traditional method of capital budgeting evaluation techniques. So the correct answer is, it is very difficult to calculate. The most significant feature of payback period is simplicity. It means that it is simple to understand and easy to calculate. And the first one is, it is simply a method of cost recovery and not of profitability. So this is the limitation of a payback period method. This method does not consider time value of money concept. It fails to consider the risk associated with projects. And consideration of risk associated with project is measured with the help of use of discount rate to estimate present value of cash inflows from the project. Okay, so it is very difficult to calculate, is not a feature of a payback period method. Okay, second question is, which of the following is not a source of credit information of prospective customers? Letter of credit, bank reference, trade inquiry and credit bureau. So letter of credit is not a source of credit information of a prospective customers. So what is letter of credit? Letter of credit is a formal document issued by a bank on behalf of customers, stating that, प्लीज़ ध्यान दीजिए ये जो मेन पॉइंट है, stating that the conditions under which the bank will honor या bank will fulfill the commitments of the customer. Okay, so I am repeating again, letter of credit is a formal document issued by a bank on behalf of customers. So this document is signed between bank and customer. And what is written in this letter of credit? The conditions under which the bank will honor the commitments of the customers. Which commitments? Financial commitments with respect to the third parties. Okay, yeah, with respect to its creditors. Okay, so on behalf of customer, bank will make payment to the creditors of customer. Okay, So this letter of credit is issued by a bank on behalf of its customer. So letter of credit is not a source of credit information of a prospective customer. Okay. Next question is, the portion of earning which is distributed among shareholders in the form of dividend is called proprietary ratio, earnings yield ratio, payout ratio, or retention ratio. So the correct answer is payout ratio. So we call it dividend payout ratio. So dividend payout ratio is calculated equity dividends divided by profit after tax. So DP ratio, dividend payout ratio, is calculated by using this formula, equity dividends divided by profit after tax, or another formula is, this is the dividend per share divided by earning per share. Okay, dividend per share divided by earning per share. So we call it dividend payout ratio. So dividend payout ratio is the portion of earning which is distributed among shareholders in the form of dividend. Next question is, select the correct code regarding motives for holding inventories by firms. So you know that inventories are considered as current assets, and what are the need for holding inventories? You can use the word need for holding inventories by companies. First one is, three motives are there: transaction motive, second one is precautionary motive, and third one is speculative motive. So A, C and D. So the correct answer is code number 4. Okay. So transaction motive facilitate smooth production and sales operations. So transaction motive is facilitating smooth production and sales operations in a company. Precautionary motive, to protect against the risk of unpredictable changes in demand and supply forces. Demand and supply forces and other factors. So we call it precautionary motive. तो इसके लिए जो है stock, sufficient stock is maintained by firm with respect to the essential inventories as well as journal inventory items. So precautionary motive guard against the risk of unpredictable changes in demand and supply forces and other factors. And last is speculative motive. So to take advantage of price fluctuations. Speculative motive is to take advantage of price fluctuations. Okay. So next question is, which of the following formulae is related to the operating leverage? So first one is contribution divided by operating profit. Another name of operating profit is EBIT. And how contribution is calculated? Sales less variable cost divided by contribution less fixed cost divided by EBIT. So the first formula is contribution divided by EBIT or operating profit. Second is sales minus variable cost, means contribution divided by earning before interest and tax. This is EBIT. Third one is how degree of operating leverage is calculated. This is percentage change in EBIT divided by percentage change in sales. Okay. So all of the above are related to operating leverage. Okay. So it was all about in this video. So thank you very much.